What's up, y'all? So I did that video. I think I said I was gonna show. I think I said I was gonna show you how to get land. I'm not sure if I did, but yeah. So this video was on how to get free land, because a lot of people don't know how to get free land. Really, they don't really know nothing, you know. But basically, it's just people gotta understand that it's laws for everything. You know, it's laws to get away. It's laws that could actually help you, but people don't know that. That's what I meant to say. It's laws that could actually help you. Like, you could actually, guns aren't illegal if you make them. You can make them at your house or buy the equipment to make them. Seriously, and it's only like 4 pieces you gotta buy, and you can get them off the internet. Seriously, and it's not illegal. And the gun won't even be registered or nothing. And it's not even illegal to make them. And basically, it's laws that could actually help you. And one of the laws that could actually help you is now, if you want to sell the land and to have the land and sell the land is two different things. And it's basically two ways you can go about it. So one way is, if let's say if you got some land and it's nobody owns the land, nobody owns it. Nobody owns the land, you could take legal possession of it, or you could live on the property and I guess they got frogs up over here. That's crazy. See, man, this is one of the that's why you gotta be careful when you get this free land, man. Seriously. But like I was saying, what was I even saying? Yeah. So if you want, if it's some land that you want and nobody owns it, you could legally take possession of that land. If nobody owns the land, you could legally take it. You could build whatever you want on it. So if it's abandoned land, and I'm gonna talk about where abandoned land is, or where not even abandoned, just where free land is, in a minute. Or I may do that inside and show y'all on Google Maps, because it's a little bit, it's hard to talk about. But yeah. So it's a law called adverse possession. Now, I wouldn't say go through adverse possession, because adverse possession, you could take position on it. Now, if you want to sell it, let's say if you got some land and nobody owns it, you could sell it using adverse possession. But I wouldn't say to like, if you wanted to live there, use adverse possession, because the government knows where you live and all this other stuff. Seriously. And then they'll start giving you certain laws, like your house can't be 2 stories. Seriously, they'll start trying to give you certain laws and stuff like that, and telling you what they think. Seriously, you know. So and then they'll tax you. Seriously, you have to pay taxes. So with adverse possession, you'll basically have to pay taxes. And then you never know, with adverse possession, you would have to pay taxes, and I think it's on like $17 a year, but it's different for every place. But basically, through adverse possession, that's how you want to sell it if you want to get it in your name. And then they have you know, it's just crazy. But yeah, adverse possession is you could also do this with abandoned houses, and people are on the news doing it.
What if you could live in a new home without a mortgage? A man in Flower Mound has done it, moved into a $300,000 house, and he only paid $16 to do it. It's a little-known Texas law, and the foreclosure mess could have him living on Easy Street, but his neighbors, well, they're less than thrilled. Channel 8's Casey Norton has this exclusive from Flower Mound.
Flower Mound's Waterford Drive is lined with well-manicured $300,000 homes. So when a new neighbor moved in without the usual sale, mortgage-paying homeowners had a few questions.
What paperwork is it, and how is it legally binding if he doesn't legally own the house? He just squats there.
Lee Lowry and her husband told me the house down the street was in foreclosure for more than a year. The owner walked away, then the mortgage company went out of business. Apparently, that opened the door for someone to take advantage of the situation. Kenneth Robinson told us he's no squatter. He says he moved in on June 17th after months of research about a Texas law called adverse possession.
This is not a normal process, but it's not a process that's not known. It's just not known to everybody.
Robinson says this piece of paper gives him rights to the house. It's an online form he printed out and filed at the Denton County Courthouse for $16. It says the house was abandoned and he's claiming ownership.
I went through, looked at it, and added some things here, you know what I mean, for my own protection.
The house is virtually empty, just a few pieces of furniture, no running water or electricity. But Robinson says just by setting up camp in the living room, Texas law gives him exclusive negotiating rights with the original owner. If the owner wants him out, he would have to pay off his massive mortgage debt, and the bank would have to file a complicated lawsuit. Robinson believes neither is likely, so if he stays in the house, after 3 years, he can ask the court for the title. That's your goal eventually, is to have title of this home, to be the owner of this home?
Absolutely.
And
on the record, you know what I mean, at this point, you know, since I possess it, I am the owner of the home.
And
on the record, you know what I mean, at this point, you know, since I possess it, I am the owner of the home.
Robinson posted no trespassing signs after neighbors asked police to arrest him for breaking in. But Flower Mound officers say they can't remove him from the property because home ownership is a civil matter, not criminal. Lowry and her neighbors continue to look for legal ways to get him out.
Or if he wants the house, buy the house like everyone else had to. Get the money, buy the house.
Robinson says he's not buying anything. As far as he's concerned, the $330,000 home is already his, and he has the paperwork to prove it. Casey Norton, Channel 8 News.
Now, foreclosures are down for the 6th month in a row in North Texas. August filings fell 14% compared to last year. However, something to keep in perspective. Foreclosures are still 313% higher than in August of 2000.
And then their neighbors will get mad and stuff like that because they paid, so now they jealous because they had to pay and they didn't. And then the police wouldn't even be able to do nothing. The police can't arrest them because it's not against the law, so the police can't arrest them. But yeah. So basically, if it's land that nobody owns, you can legally it's legally yours if you want it. Now, I would say don't go through adverse possession. Just do whatever you want with the land, man. Seriously. But if you want to sell it, then you got to go through adverse possession. Or, you know, if you some legal, man, then go through adverse possession, man. But I'm telling you, man, I just wouldn't want the government knowing where I stay. That's how I feel. I know that. Seriously. Because then they'll start trying to give you taxes, and then the New World Order happen or something. Seriously. And then, you know, I'm just saying, you know, you never know. The government may want to go after you. Seriously, like if you do, if the government even know your name, seriously, like if you do YouTube videos or something, it don't matter if you wrote a book. They may go up over there and, seriously, man, anything. But yeah, adverse possession are just going through the same process without adverse possession. It's the same thing. But adverse possession is how to get it in your name. But why would you want it in your name? The only way you need it in your name is if you want to sell it to somebody. If you want to sell the land to somebody, then you got to go through adverse possession. As a matter of fact, I think adverse possession is only for houses. Matter of fact, adverse possession is only if somebody had legally owned it before. Somebody had legally owned it before. So let's say if somebody owned this property and I wanted to claim it, I would have to go through adverse possession. But if nobody owned it, then you don't even have to go through adverse possession. But I know you do. I think you do got to do something if you want to sell it, because I know you got to do some type of paperwork to sell it. I'm pretty sure you do. But yeah, people even do adverse possession with houses and such on. But yeah, so if nobody owned the land, then you don't even have to go through adverse possession. But if somebody owned it, like if it was a house or something, and then let's say whatever happened, it's abandoned, then you would have to go through adverse possession if you want it in your name. If you want it in your name. But like I said, you don't have to go through adverse possession, you know. It's no point. It isn't. But yeah, so then I guess I'm gonna just shut off the camera and talk about where free land is.